Okay, so good morning, may buntag. Okay, so first topic nato for this morning is dengue, no? So, bago lang yun po nag-meeting, kuyog ni Doc Daisy Villa, and as you can see from our graph, that it is already on the way down ang atong cases for dengue. Okay, so kung tanaw nimo, the highest was at September 1 to 8 at 365. And I remember one of you asking me if there is an immediate concern to declare a public health emergency. And I said no, because I will continue to observe the data. And I also said that it seems to me nga ga-plateau pa hangtod karon, hindi pa daw nagyud-naog. So if you will look at the graph, if you can read the graph, you will see that it is already on its way down. And therefore, there is no urgent reason for me to call on a public health emergency. Okay, ako lang iklaro ha. So any questions related to dengue? Kaya mo ito mong lang yung topic.
Just for the record, Mayor, what were the interventions that we did para ma-decline ang ato?
Well, same interventions like I discussed last time. We went from barangay to barangay, naatay awareness campaign. We did misting in the different soap ng mga sitios, larvicide interventions, as well as blanket impregnation, among others. So I think all of these things really work muna nga nanaog ang ato ang cases. Alright? Okay, so pagay mo na human sa akong report. Okay, so I already have the budget for 2025, and naadiri ang breakdown so that all of you will be aware of where the expenses are. So the budget for 2025, I already signed it. It will already be in our budget. No, it will already be in our sangguniang paglugsod session this Wednesday, and I expect it to be referred to the Committee on Budget and Finance. Total amount is 17,975,362,953. Now, among the big items for these expenses, ang biggest is, of course, personal services, amounting to 2.4 billion, 75,748,070. Another big item, obviously, is our Cebu City Senior Citizens Financial Assistance of 1.1 billion pesos. So, kana lang daan, that's almost maybe 20%. Aside from that, dako po ang engineering, paving and retreading of various streets, 240 million. Drugs and medicines, 240 million. Of course, natay financial assistance to barangays, 400 million. Subsidy to Sangguniang Kabataan, 120 million. Atong CHAMP program is 400 million. Atong garbage collection and disposal is 550 million. Atong scholarship program is 331 million. Ang atong, included atong miscellaneous expenses for free education, 565 million. Comprehensive climate change, adaptation and mitigation projects, 200 million. Socialized housing, lot acquisition, 250 million. 250 plus another 200, so 450 million di ay ang lot acquisition for socialized housing. And then establishment of Cebu City Web GIS and ArcGIS Digital Twin, 200 million. And then naditay digital traffic light system, another 250 million. This is phase 3. And then nothing else is here. Any questions regarding the budget?
Mayor, follow up lang ako, Mayor. Personally, Mayor, ang sa itong mga priority na projects na itong isa tamang budget na
Well, a lot of the budget nga atong gi-prioritize, for example, for health, wala na tay budget kaayo here for atong CCMC because we're going to source it from prior years, no? Kaya na naman to, just finish sa CCMC, unya ang uban nga portion will also be from katong agreement with Cebu Medical Society, sila yung mo continue sa 7, 8, 9, 10, and even 11th floor stories. So priority ba yan akong health, no? So that is one of the things. So perhaps tingali, kuha na lang mga hospital equipment na lang once everything is finished, muna yung itong i-prioritize. Another priority na po was housing, which for this year we have a 600 million budget for transitory housing. So ato na sanang na it will no longer be for next year, yan na naman lang this year. And then included also is the purchase of acquisition of lots for socialized housing na 450 million. That is also a priority na to. And then sa patuha, oh yes, which is nadiri. Kanit, establishment of GIS with ArcGIS Digital Twin, establishment of digital highways in City Hall, 200 million. Okay, and then establishment of cybersecurity, 30 million. Construction and renovation of archive building, 50 million. Construction of new legislative building, 100 million. 100 million, really million. And then we have a lot also on IT here. Nasa tayo, restoration of cultural heritage sites, digital traffic system, I already mentioned that. Construction of DVMF building, 30 million. Wow, kadaghan. Okay na?
follow-up question ng Mayor. Since 17 million atong i-propose for next year.
17 billion.
17 billion
17.9 billion.
atong i-propose for next year. Not actually significant drop from the proposal last year, Mayor. No? Kasi,
Well, first of all, it was 50 billion. And then there was 100 billion, which among himong 25 na lang. Karon is 17.9. This is very consistent with what I was saying na I want a realistic budget. No? Unsa ray atong makolekta, mao ra say atong igasto. Di ba? Dili nga 25 or 50 billion ang atong expenses, pero atong nakolekta 18 ra o 15, unrealistic budget. So this is just what I want to do for next year. Now we have a realistic budget wherein ang atong income o expenses magtakdo. Dili na shortfall ang atong income, unya sobra ang atong expenses. I just want to be realistic, and I want to manage the expectations of our people. No, ang atong Cebuano people nga minsan dako ang budget uy nya. Wa lagi tay makit-an kaayo nga mga improvement on infrastructure or in services. That's because gamay na kay atong nakolekta. Di ba? So may pa nga realistic ang atong expenses, realistic sad ang atong income.
Mayor, just want to instruct your thoughts. The previous year, you scrutinized the City Council on budget proposal or positive the council support over this budget.
very much positive. I think the councilors would say, "Hallelujah, we now have a realistic budget." No, that's my personal take on it. Because, when I was vice mayor, we always had that difficulty. Na, 800 billion i-propose. Saan man eh? Unrealistic man eh. 50 billion i-propose. Saan man eh? Unrealistic man eh. 25 billion i-propose. Lisod ba? So I think this one is a more realistic budget wherein we can really safely say that dool-dool na ni sa atong collection ang atong mga expenses din.
Mayor, how will we assure na ito the proposals that we're getting into matutukan dun in the following years?
Well, if you're talking about infrastructure projects, before na nasud ni diri sa budget, ang kaning mga infrastructure projects down to the barangay like road concreting, building of a bridge, footpath, or whatever it is, ako na ni sila gipahimuan o what you call estimates, no? Program of works and estimates, kay para instead of kanang next year mahibawa na to nga naa di problema ang ilang mga projects, karon pa lang kuha na nato include. I'll give you an example. For example, sa local development fund, okay, that is infrastructure projects. Ang practice magud sa una sa local development fund, kikan magud sa barangay ang mga projects. So mayingon si barangay A nga, magtukod kog dan, ako include sa budget. Ang buhaton mo gusto na, yes, isud sa budget. Unya, dili di ay wa sila buhat og due diligence nga ang daan di ay is privately owned. So the first thing you have to do is purchase the land. So what's going to happen? Wa man gi-include sa budget. So di ma-implement. Or mayingon sila nga mag-flood control project, bubutang mig kanal. Oh, so ibutang sa budget ang construction of the canal. Karon pag mag-construct na og kanal, mayingon din ang tagiya, "Oy, dili pwede kay ako ning yuta, di ka makapas diri." So unsay ending? Hindi ma-implement. So kaning atong mga nas budget karon nga mga infrastructure projects have already been vetted, no, or what's a better term? Has already been pre-verified nga doable ni nga project, nga attainable nga project. So mao na nga kaning tanan nga projects nga butang diri are all attainable projects, realistic, just like our 17.9 billion budget, which is also realistic. Next.
Estimated revenue niyo sa next year?
Mao-maura mo hit ra ni mga 17.9 billion.
17 billion yan.
Actually kani 17.975, di ba? Ang ilang kuan na yun, mga duol-duol yun ani.
Sobra-sobra gamay.
Sobra gamay. Ang ilang damo ko. Matinood na.
About sa digitalized traffic system.
Yes.
Katong collectible bitaw nga almost $500 million. Nabayran na to meron?
Dili, wala pa. Ang phase 1 was 240 billion. So, hapit naman ito mahuman o bayad. I think 10% na lang may mabayaran at ito. Okay? Ang second phase, which is about more or less the same amount, nabayaran na ang 15% at ito. But all of this, dili during my time, during the previous administrations.
Define intersection to ka na. How many intersections?
Kani 4 sections man, 4 phases man eh. So kani this will entail tingali another 40 intersections. Hangtod mahuman na yun. I think gutom na ta phase 4 mahuman na yun nato ang atong digital traffic system. Budget po gali ni. So di pa ta kalibaw.
Mayor, the largest budget is 2.4 billion pesos allocated for personal communities expounded to the
Casual, regular, na ang personal services. Mga empleyado rin sa gano'n.
Included na ba ang sa salary increase?
Yes. Included salary increase, included ang bonus, included na tanan. Okay, next. More importantly, how dapat last? Regarding this? Sige, go. Wala pa. Naghimo pa mi sa terms of reference. We're looking at SRP or we're looking at Block 27.
I-offer sa mga 100 units
bago na approve ang MOA, di ba? Last week. So magpirmahanay na may adto, and then most probably we're going to put it in Block 27 katong sa North Cotabato.
In addition siya sa initial 400.
In addition. 600 million transitory housing. You mean 400 units. So plus 100 units pag yun eh. Katong sa Indonesia. Next, sinulog? Okay. Appeal ang budget. Ang gibutang, ang gi-allocate na mo diri is 104 million for sinulog. Budget na ha? Okay, now, so we have already the second meeting sa atong Sinulog Executive Committee, which was last October 14, 2024. And we have a theme. Ato lang simple ang theme. No? So, Sinulog sa Sugbo 2025, one beat, one dance, one vision. That's simple. Kili na Sinulog to the world, Sinulog Philippines, Sinulog na. Simple na lang kayo. Sinulog sa Sugbo 2025, one beat, one dance, one vision. Kaning one beat, one dance, one vision mo maging itong gigamit ever since, di ba? So ato na lang sa una pag yun di. Diba ba ka nga? Gusto ba ako original tanan? Di ba? Gusto ba yung original tanan? Original pagkaon, original asawa. Okay, so registration fee for puppeteers and higantes will now be waived. For the first time, it will now be waived. Mangutan mo, ano yung i-waive? Well, that is a form of art. And we want to promote art. And we want to promote artists. So, amo na ning i-waive ang entrance fee for puppeteers and higantes. No? And then, atong i-increase ang prizes for puppeteers and higantes. First prize from 75, atong nag-imong 100,000. Second prize from 50, gimo na itong 75. And third prize from 30, karon 50,000. Now, ang subsidy, muna na inyong gihuwat, ang subsidy for the dancing contingents will also be increased. So, if you are an out-of-town contingent, before, ang subsidy is 800,000 pesos. Now, we are increasing it to 1.5 million pesos as a subsidy, out-of-town. If you are from Cebu City contingent, ang subsidy sa una was 700,000. Now, we increase it to 1 million. Okay. And for Cebu province contingents, narapta within the same area, from 700,000 ato sang 1 million. Kay kahibaw man ko nga ang akong paboritong iyaan na masagid siya subsidy para sa iyang mga contingents. No? So, and then for mga float, everything will remain the same sa mga float except that government agencies nga mo appeal sa atong float, we will waive also the entrance fees. Okay? So that they can promote their government agencies. So basically, maura na for Sinulog. I hope nga inyo ginang isip diya kung tarong kay para daghan ang mo appeal. Now, as of last week, we already have 17 confirmed contingents as of last week. As of our last meeting. And wa pa ta wa pa ta mo market pag-ayo, wa pa ta mo gawa sa media o sa social media. But once this is out, I'm sure mas daghan na, labi na with our subsidy, and also the prices remain the same, 3, 2, 1.
Magdag ka ma-encourage sa na-mail kay benefits nga, why?
Kiba ka nga daghan mo encourage number 1, rent? Because kibalik na to ang venue. Sabi niya, that's the number 1 nga ni as of now, good. 17 na good i-confirm. And these are out of town. 17, 1-7. Akong target is mga 30. Para dili sa gikaayo taas, 30 to 35.
Plus sa 20.
Wa pa mangusog ang kuha na niya, ang Cebu Provincial Government, ani. Wa pa ni. Magda sila na po, 15, wa human. Nay out of town, nana sa barangays, ani. Nanay some nga mga provincial contingents like the usual ba, the Karkar, the Talisay, the usual ba, ni signify na. Ang uban, pa man natong padadaan yun o kanang invitation to join, but we've been already active in calling our katubang last year nga ni Saad, nga mabalik sila, etc.
Mayor, masaka po sa 17 labi na bumalik sa mga contingents from
Sa doon?
Masaka pag
Oh, definitely. Layo pa kayo ha, Enero pa. Yeah, we're still October 21. By this time last year, mayroon na 5. But now, 17 na takabo. Okay, so very promising ang ito sinulog. Very, very promising.
Province ni Mayor, na-expect ko na mali ko sila.
Yes, I'm expecting about 10 to 15 lang daan sa Cebu Province. Well, na-signify out of the country, mga Korea, no? But sa patong others, I don't have the ones who confirm, but naasan. Okay, so are we done? So that you can have your lunch, and I can also have my lunch.
Mayor, last Friday you mentioned you haven't received a copy of the case yet. Well, do you receive any updates on this?
Wala pa. I have not received any copy yet of any complaint against me. So with that being said, I will not comment on that. Okay.
About sa imong SB3 day, Mayor, ang deliberation City Council on 23, 24, 25, wala kay instruction to.
Wala po instruction. So, kay Bao, bigyan na sila nga. Kanang tulo ka items, puro mo na para sa mga tao. O, di ba? Ang first item is the salary increase as provided for by the salary standardization law. Ang second item is the bonuses of the job order employees, the regular, the casual, the co-term, and all the employees for December. Ako lang isayo karon. Di ba? And then the third is katong bago na to nga nanghatag ta og 5,000 pesos for honorarium-based employees, including including tanods, including lopons, including BHWs, including CNS, BEO, daycare teachers, loaders. Matay rin. Daghan kay nalipay pag-announce na ko niya na. Diba? So, mauna ang kuwan. Mauna. I mean, everybody should be a part magud of kaning atong mga bonuses. Dili lang kay mga regular, casual o JO. Dapat appeal sa itong mga nagdawat o honorarium. Kaya nagtrabaho ba ito Cebu City Government po? So, muna aton sila ki-include.
Kung sa'yo kasulti ng mga daghan mga barangay captains o na signify na favor para sa inyo.
In favor ng musuporta na ko. So, very welcome development. Nagpakita lang yun niya. Tingali, nakita nila. Ang akong lihok, ang akong pagkasinsiro nga mutabang yun sa mga barangays. Okay, thank you. Yes.
About sa last nga council session, Mayor, ni request ng council sa Office of the Mayor to consider constructing a senior citizen center.
That has been a plan a long time ago, no? Ang ako alangana is, I saw the video, sa Tagum ba to? I saw the video of Tagum, Davao, matingal ito. And I was very impressed. Yung ko nga, kanindot natay yung anak dili. But I think moving forward, we should really have more open spaces. Unya, ang atong gitanaw yun nga area, nga more open spaces, is really SRP. No? Because remember that SRP is about 295, butang na nakag 300 hectares. And just remember that sa atuang memorandum of agreement, to our contractors or locators there is they must allocate 30% for open spaces. So 30% of 300, imagine 90 hectares of open spaces ang SRP. So kana nga that already includes the roads, no? Pero dako gyapon kay mabilin for parks and playgrounds. Muna nga if ever ato ning ipadayon ang katong senior citizen, say tawag nila? Senior Citizens Center, we can go to the SRP. Kay dakan kay tagyuta diya nga for open spaces. Kay total, when you define open spaces, it doesn't necessarily mean nga wala gyud structure. Pwede magod nga structure nga light materials na pwede ato iput. Ay lang ang building which we can really put our senior citizen center. Okay. Wala pa rin budget karon bago pa makaya. Sa paman. That's it.
In relation naman sa ongoing work sa CDRT Mayor kanina link to board, lately natin nakita niya na yung trabaho kaya pag-June kay na-issue siya itong highway permit. Nalapit yung permit niya.
Naanam na yun. I've already seen the TIC permit, no? Technical Infrastructure Committee, and then that gave the excavation or digging permit. Pero sa dilang ako lang nag-ihanay karon, ako ipakita ninyo kung sa mga permits nga na-issue na sa Cebu City Government. Kaya di mo sugot nga magsugod sila niya why mga permits, but ako nang ipakita ninyo kung sa mga permits na we have already given. Okay. All clear na, but I have given instructions to ang ako makuyawan yun dani is padung kalagalag ba nga nana say bump threat when everybody's in the sa mga samang no sa mga sementeryo bitaw. So I will give instructions sa Philippine National Police ni Colonel Cañete to be more vigilant about this, to be more proactive. Labi na sila mga canine dogs, etc. sa atong mga sementeryo, o importantly also mga public places. Another instructions that I will give him, pero sila mag-meeting kami sa 23, I will just update you. Yes. I approve the recommendation of the disaster office nga mag-blue alert status ta here in the city of Cebu. But it's no cause for alarm kung alang gini ato kanang precautionary measures lang yun.
In relation to the mayor, you visited the cemeteries
Last Friday, I visited the cemeteries, and then of course nakita nato unsay mga entry points, exit points, asa na to ibutang ang parking, asa na to ibutang ang mga vendors. Unya gitanaw sa nako kung hayag ba or dili. DPS was there. We gave instructions asa na to ipabutang ang mga suga for the common tao, for the common people to in common areas. And then of course asa ibutang ang medical tent, first aid tent, information asa ang mga police. So we really did a very comprehensive walkthrough last Friday, and I think everything will be covered. So our last meeting will be on the 23rd to finalize everything.
Hello, Mayor. How about those informal settlers residing inside the cemeteries of the about them, especially in the mga issues before na demolish na wala proper relocation to them?
Well, of course, mo provide yung taong relocation, no? But you must also remember na kani mga cemeteries na to dili ni government owned. It's public, but it is owned by churches. Di ba? Kaya nasunod na ko mga administrator sa itong mga churches, na ay Santo Rosario, na pati cathedral, na ay mga administrators ba, na sa mga simbahan. No? So, muna nga akong giingon nga, primary responsibility should be the owners yun unta of these cemeteries. No? And then, kita sa gobyerno, local government, we will just assist in pinpointing their relocation sites if ever needed, no? If ever needed maka-provide ang kaning mga administrators of these properties. Okay?
Last question po my partner. Ang council mayor may proposal na increase sa rate sa mga health services sa
CCMC. Well, sana ba? That is not dili man na gina nga kanang di man gina siya kanang sukwahi ba? Because what they are really doing is just matching the PhilHealth rates already charged in government hospitals. No, for example na ay CBC. Pila may magpa-CBC mo, pila man? 200, 300, 400 pesos, di ba? CBC, ha? 500, 400 pesos. You know how much it is in City Health? In Cebu City Medical Center? 30 pesos. So, ang ibuhat lang yun is just nga ma-at par lang with the PhilHealth rates ang atong CCMC. But you should also remember nga kaning mga rates nga atong ipareha sa PhilHealth, that is, kung ikaw ang pasyente sa CCMC, zero billing baya ka. So even if that is 1,000 pesos, the patient doesn't pay a single centavo. Kay zero billing mga atong palisiya diya, na ay malasakit, na ay PhilHealth. So whether the rates are sky high or not, it doesn't matter to the patient because he or she does not pay a single centavo. But it matters a lot to the hospital. Nga naman, Ini-kolekta na mo for that service from PhilHealth. Instead of collecting 30 pesos, we collect 500. See? So it's a win-win situation. Cebu City government wins because it collects 500 pesos from PhilHealth, and then the patient doesn't pay a single centavo. But you see, just for your information, ang Cebu City Medical Center income is not enough for its expenses. And that's why Cebu City government has to subsidize about 500 million a year, more or less, for the hospital's operation and maintenance. Gamay ang kaya mo makolekta sa PhilHealth. Pero karon nga, imong i-increase ang rates sa services sa CCMC. Dako naming makolekta sa PhilHealth. But again, no effect to the patient because the patient is zero billing. Ganina. So today we will implement.
Ang blue alert status kanang employee sa disaster. Should be on standby na.
Dili na on standby lang na sa mga
Standby lang sila.
employees.
Okay, possible hangin October 2024. Buot ang listing.